Welcome to an out-of-the-box playthrough video. Today I am going to be playing Dice Conquest. I've been playing this quite a bit this week. I thought, well, I might as well make a video and show you how it plays. So this is a cooperative game, plays 1 to 4 players. I'm only playing it solo. One neat thing about it is that you get a set of standard role-playing D&D dice. So you've got your D4, 6, 12, 8, 10 percentile and 20, and you get to use all of these dice in the game, which is quite neat for a solo game. It has a set of cards, and the game itself is like it's not really a dungeon crawler. I call it like an encounter crawler, road crawler. Basically you have one boss creature, which is your dragon, and then you have a whole lot of other enemy creatures that you have to fight your way through, and you have to fight through all of them to get to the boss creature, kill the boss creature, which is a dragon, and then you win the game. Each of the creatures has a health cost, and sometimes they have certain attributes that you need to fulfill. So this one is you have to exactly have a 3. This one you can only use 1 to 4 dice that have a 1 to 4 value. And a round consists of drawing 3 creatures, rolling your dice, trying to kill them off. Any that you don't kill do damage based on their damage score on your health, and then you draw another 3 creatures. Some of the creatures have got magic items on them, so when you kill them, you get to use the magic items. Yeah, and so there's a whole lot of characters that you can play. So you've got your standard, kind of fantasy D&D types. So you got sorceress, thief, knight, warrior, cleric, wizard, and ranger. And each of the characters has a special ability. So the sorceress, who I'm going to be playing today, when you place a dice, you get to increase all other dice on a creature by 2. Of course, you can't max out a dice. So the dice is a D10 and it's already at 10. You can't increase it. So there's a bit of strategy there. Also, each character has a critical hit value. So if you roll an 8, and you place that 8, you get to use whatever the special ability is. So this one is place a dice, roll and return 1 spent dice to the available dice. So we'll talk about spent dice and available dice as we play. If you find it too easy, for some reason, there are a whole lot of trap cards as well. And these trap cards you can add into your deck, 1 or more of these that will mix up the characters that you're going to run into, and makes it significantly more difficult. There's some health cards and a reference card. So I'll have a reference card there. I guess we will have my health card. I'm going to take a health token. I don't need the first player token because it's just me. I'm going to take the sorceress. I'm not going to play any traps because it's actually quite hard. And I don't like actually the they're okay. You got dice. These are right. I don't like two-toned marble dice, so I'm actually not going to use those. I'm going to get my own dice, and of course, most people have got their own sets. I like these ones. These are from kind of shiny red. These are from EB Games. $5 EB Games in Australia. So, like I say, the game is very simple to set up. Basically, you have to take the boss creature out. They go on the bottom. You get all the rest of the other creatures, and you give it a good shuffle. Put your character down there. And I've got my dice tower here, so you can see the dice rolls. And we'll see how we go. So you make a pile of, you put the boss creature on the bottom. You put your cards here, and then the game is set around. So you put out 3 creatures. You get to fight them off. I get 20 hit points because it's 1 player. If you play with multiple players, I'll quickly show you this. 4 player, you start with 4, 3 player, 2 player, 1 player. So it kind of scales. And of course, more players, you've got more fun things you can do. And so that's a neat way of doing it. I'm going to leave my character here so that I can stack up any magical items that I find. And let's have my first round. Let's have my first 3 characters. So that's a skeleton. A skeleton has to be killed by exactly 8. Goblin Scout. Discard a die with the highest number rolled at the beginning of the round. So he's a good one to kill off. And my third one for this round is a giant cobra. 26, which is a biggie. Take 1 damage whenever placing a dice, which is a bit annoying. So then you get your dice and you roll them. I kind of pull them out. Oh, by the way, when you buy this, oh, that was a 9, you get a percentile D10. I've swapped that out, but you don't use the percentage. You only use it from 0 to 1 to 10. So I've swapped it out with a normal D10 because that just makes it easy for this game. Okay, so 8. What shall I do with that? Okay, so that'll be a 4. Okay, so this is where our sorcerer's ability kicks in. When you pick up a dice, you pick a dice. You can either take the number that it is, or you can re-roll it. If you re-roll it, you have to use the value that's there. So I'm going to take a 4, which is fine. And then I'm going to take the 2. And when I put the 2 on there, because of the sorcerer's ability, that turns into a 6 plus 2, and that kills my skeleton. So where shall I put those dice? I'll put my spent dice at the top. So they're dead, and they can just go on the discards. I don't get to keep them. Right, now, this one's nasty. So that would give me 19, but it could max it to 20. So why don't I do that? It's going to cost me though. So if I put 19 on there, I have to take 1 damage. But when I put the 6 on, that will go up by 2, but it's a d20, so it goes to 26. So that kills off the cobra, and it has a magical item. It's a magical. So discard to return in the spent dice, a spent dice to the available dice. So what that could mean is if I was on to discard that at some point, I could get my d20 back, re-roll it, and it goes back in my available pool. This is looking pretty good. Oh, what I forgot to do. I'm cheating already. Discard a dice with the highest roll. Okay, I had a 19, didn't I? 19, and this was a 6. What I should have done when I did my roll is I should have discarded the 19 because of the goblin scout. That then makes my giant cobra a bit harder to kill. Okay. 26, I'm not even be able to get to 26. Oh, maybe. I want to kill the goblin, but this one's going to do me 2 damage, which I haven't taken yet. So I could put all 3 dice on there. So that would give me 12, 20. I put 3 dice on there, I could kill that one off. But he's only going to do 2 damage. So maybe I should wait for next round. Now I'll do it. So I'll put the lowest one on first. Well, it's not going to matter. Okay, I'll put the 6 on, take a damage. Then I'll put the 9 on, which will turn that to an 8. Take another damage. And then I'll put the 12 on, and that would go to a 10, 10, 32. Giant cobra is toast. End of round, because I've got no more dice. Goblin does 1 damage. So I'm now on 16. So that was pretty painful. I get 3 more creatures. He's just a brute. 1, bugbear, 2. When placing a dice on this, discard available dice from the spent. So that's going to cost me. So you do that one at the end. You cannot use critical hits until this creature is slain. So I can't use my 8 until this guy is, the goblin shaman is toast. Okay, let's roll my dice. I have to remember about the goblin scout. I really need to kill. Oh, I'll lose my 20 again. I lose my 19, which is painful. I don't have any 8s, so that's no good. Goblin scout, you're dead. 9 onto him. He is dead. I want to get rid of the shaman. It's going to cost me 2 dice. This one's going to do me 2 damage, so that's not great. This one's only going to do me 1 damage. Oh, by the way, you can, when you put a dice on, if they're not dead, when you get to re-roll, you could leave it on them and then just re-roll the other dice. So I could leave like 11 on there with the hope that I'd get to kill him next time. So we'll think about that. So what can I do? I've got 10, 13. I should really kill off the shaman, but he's going to do 2 damage. Those two will do 2 damage between them. So maybe I should kill him off. Can I get it to 20? No, I can if I use the 11. So that's technically, if I do 2, that could get up to a 7. Get that up to a 6, which would give me 13. That would give me 19, which wouldn't be enough to kill him using my bonus. You know what? I'm going to use my magical item, get my 20 back, and get a 2, which is rubbish. But I can say, well, I'm going to use my 20 and get a 7, which is a little better. So I'll put the 7 on there. Then I'll put the 3 on, which will turn that to a 9, which gives me 12. Then I will put, what's that, 4, 11, 5, might do it. So I'll put the 4 on, which turns that to an 11, that to a 5, and there you go, I've got 20. So Bugbear is dead. And then I'm going to throw the 11 and the 6 onto him, which will kill him. End of round. Pretty good. Take 1 damage. Now I'm on 15. 3 more enemy. Okay, so this one's got a reveal, and it says reveal, draw an additional card. And they chain, so if I've got more reveals, then I need more space. Okay, so this one says you cannot return any spent dice until this creature is slain. So it means I can't use my special ability, so I really need to kill off the Banshee. No one else has any special abilities, so that's good. Oh, and I've got an 8. I've got 3 8s, which would be awesome if I didn't have the Banshee blocking me. So I'm going to pick the D12, which is a 1, and re-roll it, and get a 12, which is pretty optimal. So that can go onto the Banshee. Then I will... Where's my D4? My D4 was on the side. I'm going to have that. Get in there. Hey, I get a 2. So I throw the D4. So that was a dice penalty. So that kills off my Banshee. And the special ability there is discard this to add plus or minus to a card, to a dice. So that's good. Okay. So who else do I want to do? Gargoyle I'll do at the end. This one's got 3, so I really need to kill that one off. 8 and 6 is 14. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put the 6 on there. Oh no, this one's only worth 13, even better. 6 on there, and then I'll put the 8, which gives me 14. But because it targets my special ability, I'll have that D12 back. Thank you. That will kill off the Goblin. I'll keep his magic ability. Then I will stick, or why don't I put a 10 or an 8. I'll put a 10 on there, and then I'll stick an 8 on, which means I'll get my other dice back. Oh, 17, that's pretty good. And because I put that one on, that will go to a 12. So I've got 20. I've got a 1 on my D8, so I might as well just roll it. Get a 7. That kills off the Wyvern. Goodbye. Oh, it's got a flaming sword. Its temptation is to use your special abilities, your magical items, but you really do need them for the end. Assuming we get to the end. What have I got now? 17 and 8. Okay. So 8, I'm not going to be able to kill this one anyway, but what I can do is I'll just put the 8 on there. I could get that to a 9. 10. Discard when placing a die to increase all other dice by 2. Don't need to do that, but I'll put the 17 on here. Then I discard something I don't have any spent, so I don't lose anything. And then the gargoyle's dead. And then I can activate my critical hit on a 1. So I'm picking up lots of magical items. Now I've got a decision. Do I want to leave the 8 on there? I think I will. And then I'll go to the next round. And we will have 3 more critters. Okay. So, cannot target any other creature till this one's slain. And he's got a 30 on him. So it's a bit of a pain, but it's got to go in the box. Oh, a 10, that's pretty good. And a 10 and a 13. So I think we're okay there. Yeah, well, so I might as well, if I'm just going to kill him off, or I can just do 10, 10, 13. And he's toast. This one I can't put anything on that hasn't got a 1 to 4. So I can only put the 4 on. So I probably should kill off the Wild Rider. What have I got? 10, 15, but I can knock that one up. So I'll put that one on first, take the 5, then put a 6 on it. It's going to go to a 7, which gives me 13, and then I'll just put the 4 on it. And he's gone. I take 2 damage. Can't remember if I did damage last time. I don't think I did. I'll take 1. I think I had 1 left. I'm going to take that off this time because I want to roll it, because then I have more chance of getting criticals. And I've got 3 more creatures. 1, 2, 3. Now the doppel. Oh, draw an additional card from the hag. Oh, getting busy. You cannot re-roll until this creature is slain. So it means you'd have to use the dice that you've got. But this one's nasty. When you roll, you remove your highest set of matching dice. So you've got matching numbers. That's nasty. And this guy stops you using magical items. So I've got a whole lot of problems now. 20 is good. Oh, so then I look at this. So we have to do the doppelganger. So I've got any doubles? Oh yeah, 2 3s. So the 3s go. It's my highest matching, which isn't too bad. Didn't lose my natural 20. But of course, he's an exact, so I've got to get 18 to kill him off. So that takes a little bit of calculation. So can I do that? Cannot re-roll. That's fine. Yeah, I want to kill him off because he's a pain. I want to kill him off as well. Okay, so if I do a 5, then I put a 4 on it. That's going to go to a 7, which goes to an 11. And then I put a 4, 11. That's going to go to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's no good. So if we went to we did this 4, we put that on, that's going to be a 6. That goes to a 10. Then I put the 5 on, and that would go to a, so that's 15, 16, 17, and I can't use magic items. So I can't use my +1, which is a bit of a pain. So that's not going to help. There's about the calculations having to go on here. So maybe I should kill this guy off first. Can I do that? plus 1 or minus to any die. Discard to add plus or minus to your chosen die. Okay, so I'm going to use my potion to turn that into a 3. And then I'll hit him, and he's dead. Okay. And he's got a reroll, but I don't need to do that. Right then. So then I do 4. That then goes to a 6. Put the 5, that goes to a 6. So I've got 12, 17, and then discard to add plus 1 to your chosen dice. So I'll turn that to a 6. That's an 18. He's dead. Okay, and I've got a 20 left. Can't use the rat swarm, so who's going to do the most damage, or who's the most annoying? Cannot reroll, so I might as well knock off the Ballast. And there we go. And I take 3 damage. So I'm on 9 health. And a new round. So it gets busy. 2, 3. Okay, so this one you may take 1 damage on its reveal. So I have to take 1 damage. This one is no dice of 10 plus may be placed on it. So no natural 20s on there. And that one says place 1 damage when placing a dice on that creature. So that's not great. But I've got my... Let's roll my dice and see what I get. I really need to get some criticals, because I am getting overrun. 8 health. Okay, so that's pretty good. I've got a natural 20, a natural 10, a 3, 5, 6, a 1, which I can use with my magical item to trigger my special ability, which was this one. It's a bit dangerous using up all your magic before the last creature. But if you did, you're not going to get to the last creature. So it's either die or not die. Nothing else triggers. So I should target the creatures that do the most damage, really. So I take 1 damage when placing a die on that creature. So I really want to use... Well, I want to reuse my critical. So who can I kill off? Oh, this one's got a heal. So I'll use the 20 to kill off the hag. And then I'll discard the hag to get 1 health back. Because you can only use it once, so I might as well use it. Okay. So I've still got a critical to get that back. They can only use odd. But it's still only a 1, which is pretty much rubbish. 1. Why don't I stick it on here? Then I discard my Dagger of Piercing to activate my critical, which means I can get my 20 back. 7, which isn't great. But then what I can do is I put my 4 on here. That gets plus 2, so it goes to a 3. And 7. The rat swarm is dead. Okay, so we really got to get rid of this cave giant. He's not a great one either. 21. You can only put little ones on. But you can put little ones on and then use the sorceress's ability to grow them. I'm going to reroll my 20. I'm going to pick my 20 and see what we get. Oh, 3. Well, that's rubbish. 3. I really want to kill this guy, but he's got too much. Um, 10, that's odd. That can't go 10. If I put a 10 on there, I can't grow it, so that's then stuck. I know I need to do... I can't put a 10 on there, and I can't put a 10 on there either. But I can put I can't put a 6 either. Oh, I rolled that, so I've got to use it for a start. So where's the 3 going to go? Okay, I'll put the 3 on there. 3. And then that's going to give me what, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to take a lot of damage if I'm not careful. Okay, so let's just kill the spider. So that was a 3. So this turns to a 5. Then I put the 5. So that turns to a 7. And that goes to a 5. Okay, what have we got? We've got 17. I don't know when I do that, when I discard that to increase, increase all other dice by 2, that seems a waste. Trouble is, I need another odd dice. If I don't roll an odd dice, well, let's try it. 50-50. I get a 7. Bang. Bye-bye, giant spider. And what he gives me? He gives me discard this to heal 1 damage to any hero. So I'll discard that straight away. I'm back on 10 hit points. And I've got a 10 left. I might as well just maximize the were rat. I'll put on the were rat. And then I've got to take 6 damage. So I'm down to 4. And 1, 2, and 3. We are at the end. Whoa. You can only attack the dragon if he's the last creature. Take 1 damage when placing a die on it. You cannot use any critical hits when attacking this creature. Okay. And I'm on 4 hit points. Which is a real problem. Because I'm going to have to take hits when taking these 2. I have to kill off this one, don't I? I really do. Okay, so I haven't got any critical hits, which is unhelpful. Put the forwarding on there. And I take a damage. I could probably only do that 1 more time. What's my next biggest one? That'll go 6. Yeah, shouldn't have left that. I'm going to try the 10. We'll re-roll that, see what we get. 5. Guess it's better than it was. Yeah, I think I'm toast. So I put that on there. I take another damage. That goes up to 16. And then let's do my 12. And see what we can do. If I put that on, take a damage. Yeah, oh well. 18, well, we'll see how it goes. But I think I'm dead. 18, that goes to 7. And then I play this. Discard when placing a die to increase all other dice by 2. So then that goes to 20. That goes to 9. And I've got 20, 34. Bye-bye cave troll. Cave giant. Okay. So I can't attack that one. Well, I only got 1 life, so I'm toast whatever way you look at it, I guess. Place this card on a creature, deal 5 damage to it. So I could do that on the were rat. Discard to take no damage when placing a die on a creature. Okay, so that might be handy, but it's not going to help. Well, I can't win because this is going to do 1 damage anyway, and I've only got 1 left, so I didn't play that very well. The cave giant killed me. I should have killed the cave giant earlier. So whatever I do, I'm going to lose 1 life from the dragon. But anyway, that is... Maybe I should... The sorceress is powerful, but you need to play the dice a bit better. So that is... yeah. That is Dice Conquest. I died. But fun, fast to set up, easy to play, and you get to use all your D&D dice, which I really like. There's not many games that you get to play with all your dice. Don't forget to subscribe and like.